Hello everybody, I'm in Las Vegas NAB show. I will show the products in the NAB show this time. This is our booth. Let's take a look of these devices. This machine called Flow HG has Genlock input and has 4 channels, this model. And each model has 12G SDI input and output and HDMI input, output and Ethernet port and fiber transmit and receiving. And this model is a 4-channel, and Flow HG is a new models in this year, and Flow Edge has 2 channels, 4 channels, and 6 channels models. And this is Flow 2. Flow 2 has 12G SDI input and output, and HDMI input and output, and fiber transceiver and Ethernet port, and also supports PoE power. This is UI for optical and converter and IP address and output format control and signature, and all features could using this scroll wheel button on the surface to control and set in character. This is Vela G. Vela G has Genlock input and 12G SDI input and HDMI input, output, everything, and fiber input, output, and PoE power. And this is Vela SDI. Also, the same with Vela G is a basement models of Vela series. It has all of these models has SSD drive in the box. Customer could replace SSD module. And this Vela SDI's UI interface, we can see the video from content from fiber, and the mode is in playing mode. We can choose file. We can choose file in the SSD. And to replay it, and or we can touch the screen and the streaming mode. Support RTMP, RTSP, and SRT and UDP, and also support NAB encoding and decoding for high bandwidth encoding. Support 4K 60p, and also the same NAB decode also support 4K 60p, and also support NAB HX2, HX3 encoding and decoding simultaneously, and also support 12G SDI recording and streaming at the same time. Now for playing the media for 2160p30, and in replay mode, and we could select the circle mode once time and one file replay and list replay, and we can touch this icon to display the IP address in current network, and also touch the full screen. It's amazing, and touch the audio mixer and so on. It's a very powerful and exclusive models in the world for recording. Let's take a look at this machine and the Studio Edge. It's a 6 channels SDI HDMI up-down cross conversion, and high bandwidth NDI encoding and decoding. It has 6 standalone channels for SDI and HDMI input, output, and HDMI optical transceiver, and Ethernet port. When plug in one SDI input, it could up-down cross SDI and HDMI conversion output, and fiber transmission and NDI output simultaneously, and also when receiving a fiber signal from other devices, and it will output SDI and HDMI and NDI at the same time. So it's working 6 standalone channels. Which channels are working we can control by button to each channel, to set each channel's signal and to working parameters, and all these devices we can control by our software. Each channel we can set the features online and remotely, and such as output format, whatever the input format is, and we can set the HDMI input, SDI input priority, and optical transmitting or receiving or disable, and the audio mixer line in embedded or de-embedded, and bit rate, and aspect ratio, and so on. We have 3 software: DynaHub, DynaView, and DynaRotor. DynaView is multi-viewer and recording, and DynaRotor is a software signal rotor. Just like that. We can see here's 2 signals in network. We can route the signals to every destination you want. This is DynaHub to control all devices, and this is DynaView to route all signals. Just like so, you can see we can route the signal to any destination you want, and to play 8, to view 8, and to rotor freely. And also supplies optical module and core board, FPG core board, to customize different requirements from our clients. And this is HD mini mode. It's support 3G SDI and HDMI 4K 60p input and encoding and decoding. This is HD model. All devices can powered by PoE, and the screen display the working mode and the IP address and the input signals, and which supports have the signal. This model is Studio 2, Studio G, and Studio G is a high bandwidth NDI encoder and decoder, and also has Genlock for SDI input and input, and SDI input and output have the up-down cross conversion, and also powered by PoE and optical module. This is a control signal, control interface. We could set the features and the functions easily. Every signal, every features can display on OLED. That's a Studio 2 SDI and HDMI up-down cross conversion with high bandwidth NDI encoder and decoder, and optical transceiver, and PoE power, and every features and important features and the mode will display on screen, and the users could using this button to control the devices, set the features and the modes quickly, and also control by web UI and software online. And all these channels have Ethernet port, could connect Ethernet port to connect this switcher Using Wi-Fi, computer could control all devices on the desk, and your customer could arrange their own network to control all the devices and organize the system. So, just as all devices in our booth. Take a look. Thank you.